You know, it was a higher purpose, I believe, for what we're doing over here. It wasn't to get in trouble with the police. It wasn't to say that, you know what I mean, you're going to lay in the bed you make. You're not going to get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? You might beat the camera or the police. You know, continue a tradition of self-destruction. It was to build. And so all the obstacles and everything we went through for being misjudged and misunderstood, you know, it didn't stop us. They might not catch you for what you're doing, but the energy is always gonna return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's gonna return to you in different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, you know, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and your. You know, it wasn't a brick wall. It was a speed bump. You know, and I embraced it as you know, the resistance, the gravity of trying to do something great. You know?
We laugh and we joke, man. We say, you know, Nip actually needs a plaque. Nip need to be recognized by the city, man. You know, because he's doing something that a lot of people cannot do. And that's rehabilitate the area, give felons jobs, and, you know, making motherfuckers be productive.
Unless that's what you want, you know, because you entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can, adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say, and then lastly what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go.
Hey, what's up? This Starwolf. I just want to say that Nipsey was in tune with life. He was in tune with himself. I hear a lot of people say that, but I don't really think that they really comprehend the magnitude of how deep he was in tune with life and with himself. As he was explaining and saying about the energy, whatever you put out will come back. See, this is what I've been on for years. This is how I was brought up. This is what I've been on for forever. You know, this is how the universe works. You know, your energy, whatever you put out, is gonna come back to you. You know, your energy flows where your attention goes. Let me say that again. Your energy flows where your attention goes. Your attention is your thoughts, your prayers, your actions. So whenever you thinking about something, whenever you doing something, you know, that's your energy. You putting that into the universe. So you have to. It's not so much as about living righteous, which we supposed to live righteous, but it's about just doing positive shit anyway and doing positive things to bring forth that positive back into your life so that you can steadily build a foundation where your foundation is built off of positivity and you nurturing that positive energy so it can grow and grow and grow. Because you either gonna do that in a positive manner or you gonna do that in a negative manner. Negative energy can grow too. But after a while, it'll destroy you. And see, this is what Nipsey was talking about. This is what he was talking about in the clip. And how he was getting down about the marathon store. You know, how he was talking about they wasn't trying to hang out and do all that and be a nuisance to the police. They were trying to do things, do positive things to bring the community up. First, they had to bring themselves up. You can't help nobody until you help yourself. You have to be able to help self first. Then once you help self first and get yourself right, then you can begin to help others. And see, Nipsey was doing this. See, I don't like making videos on a consistent basis. And I'm not saying I make negative videos, but I like, I talk about different things. I touch bases on different things. I hit different avenues. I'm for the upliftment of my peoples. And however I could uplift them, then I do that. I do it. This is one avenue. This is one road I take. YouTube, creating videos. I do it in many other ways, So being able to help people, that excites me, that pleases me, And this is what Nipsey was speaking on, and this is what he was doing. You could tell in his actions and how he spoke that it excited him. It made him feel good inside to be able to help children, to be able to help the community, to be able to help the homies that was around him every day. You coming up, struggling, selling dope or whatever, just doing what you have to do, not doing it so you can go buy the flyest clothes and look fly in front of somebody and try to impress somebody, but you doing this and it's kind of like you forced to do it because you really want to create an avenue to where you could bring your people up out of the situation they in. A lot of people living in the slums, living in the ghetto, struggling every day. Some people don't have food to eat. Some people don't have enough clothes to wear. Some people don't even have enough resources to where they could wash and dry their clothes every day. They don't have a washer and dryer. They don't have those luxuries like everyone else has or the next person have. They may have to wash their clothes. They may have to wash their clothes in the in the bathtub. Yeah. People have done that many, many, many times, So when you come up in an environment where 90% or, a large percentage of the people within your community don't have anything or they struggling, trying to make ends meet, living from paycheck to paycheck, struggling, striving to do better. You want to be able to help them people, and that's what Nipsey was doing, and I salute him for that, We have to start making more videos. If we're gonna make videos about Nipsey, we have to start making more videos, more positive videos about the things he did. Because that vibe right there, that energy right there will carry on to the next man, to the next woman, to the next girl and boy. You never know who may be listening to your video and that inspires them. That sparks, that little spark in the brain can go a long ways. You never know that the next black president or the next black senator or the next black mayor of your city or wherever you at may be the one listening to your video. So we have to carry these messages and put out the right, the correct information. We have to be able to teach. And this is what Nipsey was doing. Nipsey was teaching. Nipsey was showing the community different avenues. Look here, you don't have to do this. to get right here, to get on this level. You can do this over here, and while you doing this over here, and you getting to this level, you're going to have other people that look up to you that's going to follow in your steps. You won't be leading them down a path of destruction. See, because if you're going down a path of destruction, not only are you going to self-destruct, but the people that's follow you going to self-destruct too. And always know this. It don't matter who you are. There's somebody that's looking up to you. You could be the stupidest person in the world, the brokest person, the dumbest person. It don't matter what walk of life, what background you come from, whatever you doing in life, it's somebody that's looking up to you. So you have to be that leader. And not always are the adults the leaders, because there's a lot of grown people that you would think got their shit together that don't have their shit together. And you will actually follow them, and you will figure it out after a year or two or whatever, however long it take you. You'll be like, damn. It seems like I'm going in circles. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm in the same. I ain't advanced. Everybody else then took off, except for me. Because you following behind somebody that you looking up to, that you feel should be doing something because they're grown or they're adult and they not doing shit. So by me saying this, I'm saying more of us as a collective, adults and grown people, need to set positive examples, because it's always somebody looking and watching. It's always somebody that want to be like you. No matter what you doing and who you are, there's somebody that really want to be like you. I don't want nobody to be like me and I'm doing some fucked up shit. Because if I'm doing something foul and they looking up to me and following in my footsteps, they gonna do the exact same thing I do. I don't want a generation of foul young boys and girls growing up to be foul women and men. See what I'm saying? So Nipsey, with the stem cell research, you know, opening up, him going into business with David Gross, him going into business with the young African guy. Yeah, that was all beautiful right there. Because they planted the seed. And though he may not be here still, he here, his energy is here. His energy is still floating around. Like I said, energy flows where the attention goes. And if everybody's attention is on Nipsey, then that energy is going to still constantly be flowing. It's going to constantly be flowing. We can't let certain elements sidetrack us or get us sidetracked or knock us off our square. We got to stay 10 toes down. We got to stay planted, you know, and not just only following the path like a lot of us was doing righteous and doing what Nipsey was doing before Nipsey came about, before anybody knew who Nipsey was. And if you was, I salute you. And like I was gonna say, there's many other people. There's many other positive people like Nipsey as well, older and younger. Whether they celebrities or not, whether you grew up with them, they in your neighborhood, they in your community or whatever, there's a lot of Nipseys. There's a lot of Tupacs. There's a lot of Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X. There's not as many as it should be, but it is. And whoever you are and whatever your name may be, you can do righteous and people start following you. But it's not about following somebody. It's about doing positive things and planting them seeds. I don't want nobody to listen to this and get it misconstrued. It's not about following somebody. It's not about that, because you was born by yourself. So you're supposed to be a leader. So be that. Be that. I know I'm a leader. I'm a leader for sure. I can't follow nobody, not unless they doing righteous, and then I'm gonna break off and start doing my own righteous thing. But yeah, that's what Nipsey was about, you know? So like I was saying, we gotta keep making these positive videos. I know I'm gonna keep making these positive videos. I'm gonna keep doing it, going down different avenues with it. Books, documentaries, movies, all of that, whatever it may be, whatever you want it to be. Anyway, I'm Starwolfent. Peace.